Hi everyone, today I will be showing you how to load a silicone sample onto a rheometer. We're going to be in a laboratory setting, so before we get started, let's make sure we have our PPE on. Here I have a lab coat, goggles, and gloves. To start, this rheometer has already been testing a sample, so we're going to want to prepare it to start a new sample. We have to raise the geometry. And we want to let it go at its own pace. We don't want to force anything here, so we're just raising it slowly so we can start cleaning. To clean, we can just use IPA and a chem wipe, and we're going to wipe off the stage. We want to be gentle, but very thorough, because any kind of debris or residue from the previous sample can affect any kind of readings that we're trying to look for using the rheometer. So a nice thorough cleaning. And then next we also want to clean the tip of the geometry. So first we're going to remove any cured silicone that may be attached to the head. And then we're going to use the same chem wipe and IPA and use the top knob to gently rotate the head of the geometry onto that chem wipe and make sure that's nice and clean as well. Next we're ready to load our sample. So we just have a sample in a barrel. We're going to use a spatula to dispense a small drop in the center of the stage. And then we're going to allow that to kind of pool in the middle. And we're going to gently drag the sample away so we're not making a big mess. And you might come across some air bubbles in your sample. Those can affect your readings, so you want to make sure to just pop those with the edge of a tweezer or a needle. Some of those stubborn bubbles might take a few tries. So now we're going to lower it to the trim gap. So the geometry will gently lower onto the sample, and it's going to press some of the excess sample present towards the edges. And then once that additional sample pools out, we're going to be able to trim out the excess. So now that it's ready, we can use a silicone spatula and just kind of scrape away anything that's spilling out of the sides from the geometry where it's making contact with the stage. So we want to go around it a few times, make sure to clean up any excess sample. And now we're going to lower it to testing gap. So it's going to drop down a little bit lower to prepare for testing. And then we're going to hit start. And that's how to load a sample onto a rheometer.